You gonna take it. You gonna take that dick. You gonna take that dick, huh? I'm gonna pop off a piece of my dick. Oh yeah, I'm fixing to fuck you. I'm gonna fuck you. I'm gonna get it all up in your vag. Get it up in your vag with my dick. Real my dick. I'm gonna put it in real my dick. I'm gonna put my dick in. I'm gonna put my dick in.
Welcome back to the Pullout. I always laugh for
Oh my dick.
I was gonna put my dick in. I love that movie. Oh my gosh.
I watched that shit.
Where's it from?
That is a scene from Wanderlust. It's a movie called Wanderlust. I know we are watching the movies and I've seen that and it was hilarious.
Oh, that part right there is hilarious. I found it on Facebook.
He was prepping himself to fuck somebody, obviously.
I got another fantasy. I have yet to have sex with a white girl, but I want to have sex with a white girl. I'm like, is it weird that I want her to call me a nigga while she's fucking me?
Jesus. What are you gonna get at?
I don't know. It's just like, it's so forbidden. It's so wrong. So I don't know. It would kind of turn me on just a little bit. Something like that.
Yes.
Oh shit! So you trying to say I'm fucked up in the brain?
No, it's like a little. It's about like it's a little bit of a power type skill.
So I'm into like S&M and shit.
No,
I want her to choke me or nothing like that.
You wanna be whipped?
Like more of a
Nah,
society.
I don't know. Maybe like not hard. Like maybe just tap.
Okay.
Bitch, nigga, you gotta go in.
I have a confession. I like gay porn. Male gay porn.
What the fuck? What would you get out of that?
Get out of there.
It is so interesting. No. I was on a nigga's computer and this so happened.
You found it on his computer?
No. I was using his computer to look at it and he came down and was like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Watching this shit.
Yeah, wait.
Oh
Like
my.
somebody came through and sit down and just see watching.
Fuck no.
Found that on his
No.
red flag.
And that was the start of my, I guess I gotta come out and tell people that I love gay porn.
Scenes, rape
I do
scenes.
like I like the niggas, like the guys, because they're like real hardcore, like, and both of them are dressed up, like all hood, and then they're like, pull your pants down. You gotta suck this dick. And they do it. And it's great.
Don't mind me, baby. We're taking over something. Young Gibby. Let's take 'em on, champ. Hey. Look, shawty got a big old butt. Oh, yeah. Shawty got a big old butt. Oh, yeah. Clappers to the front. Clappers to the front. Shawty got a big old butt. Oh, yeah.
So tonight, we have our first guest, the beautiful Kristen Perkins. How you doing tonight?
I'm good.
You gotta speak a little louder.
I'm sorry. I'm good.
Grab it.
I'll say something perverted if I grab it a certain way.
That's what this show's all about, boy.
You gotta do salt and pepper.
The salt and pepper one.
I'm not doing that.
Grind the pepper, baby.
So for those that don't know, Miss Kristen is a dancer at Onyx. How'd that go for you?
It's getting much better lately.
So, what made you want to be a stripper?
Oh, Jesus. I actually got into a car accident one day, and thank you. Well, it was real small. It was just like a fender bender, and my car was like uninsured, unregistered, all this, and I had like a 2013 customized like Lexus SUV, right? So I was gonna be going to court for it, and I was like, I need a lot of money real quick. I gotta do something. So the next week I auditioned, and I've been at it ever since.
How long ago was that?
That was on 4/20 of last year. Yeah.
So how much do you make a night?
I'm at about between 500 and 800 right now.
800. God damn, I'm going to be a stripper.
But the craziest thing I've ever seen was being at a club that got raided. That shit was crazy.
So it's about like before Onyx, it wasn't Onyx.
Yeah. before that. No, it wasn't Onyx. I've
So
never seen
who
it.
was they like doing like prostitution, drug trafficking, and all that shit?
I think it was a combination of the two.
Damn.
And I had recognized that it was a problem at that club, and I was like working on my pole tricks and stuff so I could leave and try to go to Onyx. But before I could leave, it went down.
You didn't get in trouble for that, right? Oh damn! I touched the subject.
I didn't.
Oh,
I didn't get. Okay, it's a difficult subject. It's hard to explain. More or less, I was falsely arrested because they came in the back and tried to say something was going on, and my customer was 10 feet away from me, and they didn't want to hear it. And I tried to tell them what was going on, and the guy pointed in my face and said, "Don't fucking talk to me," and handcuffed me, and it was a wrap.
do you do any like private parties besides Onyx?
I'm just starting to now. It took me a little while to get comfortable with that because you gotta think, you gotta be intelligent as a young woman or a woman at any age. You could show up to a hotel and get gang raped. So like, you don't know. So
You don't go by yourself, do you?
oh no. But I do have friends that I know that have just gone, like maybe 1 or 2 girls to a bachelor party, and I'm just sitting there thinking like, y'all aren't worried about being abducted or sold into sex trafficking or something. But no, my stage partner now, her boyfriend comes with us as security. He's a big dude, so he
So do you
controls
have a
it.
boyfriend?
I do.
Does he know what you do?
He does.
Does he come through with that?
He's, I guess, okay with it. Like, he allows it, but for the most part, I think he worries that, because I mean, you're around people with a lot of money. You're around, like, millionaires, celebrities all the time. So I think he's more or less worried that somebody might, you know, outshine him or something eventually.
Does he work?
Yeah.
Shit, make a 800 a night. I'll be at home chilling. Hell, my wife got that. I'm good.
I
I
know
ain't
you're
got
a
it.
dude though. You gotta be a real secure dude, because I'll be worried like a motherfucker. Like, niggas got my girl dancing on. Nigga make it like $100 million a year. Like he's secure as shit.
And what are the pros and cons of being a dancer?
The pros, obviously, you get to meet just people you would never ever dream of. I mean, like, I'm not sure whenever Natalie Dunn was on the Bad Girls Club, but I loved her for years. And I always told my little sister I would give anything to party with her and meet her, right? And then last week, they brought her in there, and I got to speak to her, and she requested me personally to go, like, in her little VIP area. So that's cool.
Onyx is pretty popular, like, pretty big around this area. You ever run into like any celebrities? Or you got any celebrities on clientele? Like, well, yeah, I want Melody.
Not on clientele, yeah, unfortunately. But I have met quite a few now. Like I said, I met Natalie Nunn. What is it? I think it's Tanisha, the girl from Bad Girls Club with bangs and pants and stuff. Kat Washington, Kevin Hart was in there. Deshaun Jackson.
How was it like? Was he like comical the way he is always seen on TV, or he's just chilling?
No, actually, they roped off. He brought in his own security, and they like roped off a center VIP section because he didn't want anybody coming in his section, or they didn't, because I guess they had gone somewhere and got fucked up and then come to the club. And so he was just like really on his chill shit. Nobody got near him that night, so I don't know. Who knows? He could be.
Who's the cheapest celebrity you ever had?
Deshaun Jackson.
That's sad. That is
Didn't he
sad.
just get signed for like $100 million?
I don't know.
So, alright, so when it comes to like, I know you got like regular people that come in there and tip. So what's the price difference between celebrity and regular person? So like, how close to the regular person was he cheap? So like, he gave like a 20 and said don't spend it all in one place, and shit like that.
No, now what Deshaun did was, it was his own birthday party, like his own birthday bash. He didn't promote it at all, so really nobody from his like city showed up at all. Nobody showed up. And then he brought his own stripper, and his crew only had about 700 ones, and they gave it to that one stripper that they brought. And then my girl was on stage with her competing for flexibility, because the other girl's name was Flexi Lexi. Now my stage partner Thunder, they're both contortionists, so they were having to compete. And one of Deshaun's boys whispered in my girl's ear and said, "Don't touch any of the money because we're collecting it after," and they put it in a bag and gave it back to their dancer, and then I guess later they like took it back from her.
That is sad.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that night, like the Pullout, I've heard they come in and spend anywhere from like 10 stacks to 50. Rick Ross is known for spending 50 when he goes to King of Diamonds. So
50 on like a collective amount of strippers or like a few?
I think probably a majority on a select couple. Like I think he was making a ring on Spider and Magic. They're like the duo, the elite duo, I guess. Of strippers.
Earlier we were talking about fantasies, sexual fantasy. Do you have any?
I don't know. I feel like I've kind of done a lot, so I don't really have a whole lot of fantasies. I don't have a lot of fantasies. Like, to be honest, I would love to have sex with a girl just because I want to know what is going on. I just want to know what's going on. Like,
Oh, really?
how does that, like, I had one girl yesterday that was talking about hitting it from behind, and I was looking at her like,
Strap on.
what the hell does that mean? I know, she pulled that out of her bag later on that night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she just walks around with that ready.
I don't know why
So
she
she was talking about the you from that?
No, she was talking about
Or
it.
just in general?
Just she was like telling a story about somebody that she had been messing with.
Okay.
Coming to the end of the show, I want to thank Ms. Perkins for coming through today. Had a wonderful time, wonderful answer most of my questions, and that was great. Like I said, just a little refresher. Got any announcements, any other events, anything coming up, any booking info or something like that? Kristen?
Oh, bucket, sorry. I was trying. We're exchanging art information. I'm sorry. For bookings, I guess you could just. Oh Lord, see, I'm hesitant to give out my number, so I don't want a bunch of people texting me.
I don't gotta go to Twitter or your Instagram. So.
Instagram.
Okay, all right. I'll do my Instagram. My Instagram is Kristen, Kristen, all lowercase, the number 3, and then Perkins, spelled like the restaurant.
Well, for those that's listening right now, the Pullout, we made her a Twitter account. It's PULL_out. Follow that so you can see how many people are actually listening and following. We also have an email, pullouttonight@yahoo.com. Any questions? Anybody that wants to be on the show, inquiries, suggestions, you can hit us up on that email. Once again, that's pullouttonight@yahoo.com.